What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to batting practice, the end of season two, or some may think of it as the start of season three. We'll get into it. But before we do all that, boys, I'm just going to leave it open. How are we feeling tonight? Excited?
You're just gonna start us off like that and say it might be the end of season two and say it's season three and then go right in and change the subject?
Yeah.
All right.
I was
All
going
right.
to let the intro music play out there,
Mhm.
but that's in post. So, yeah.
I see. Well, like you said, spoilers, season two is ending. Did you know if we're counting this as season two, or we'll count it as a transition episode, it'll be its own season. Episode 52 was our final episode of season two. That's one entire year. I don't know how we planned it on the dot, specifically like that, but there were 52 episodes on the dot of season two, 1 year exactly. So I think that's pretty cool. Don't worry, we're not going anywhere. We're only getting bigger. But how about that? We're far into like over 100 episodes. We're past 2 years now on the mark. But how about that? Didn't season two just get born like last week?
Time is a flat line or what circle, whatever the shape analogy is. That is crazy. I
The
it felt
Earth,
like
the
yesterday.
Earth is a flat line, is what you meant to say.
Oh,
Yeah.
correct. Yes, the prime meridian goes through us all. That's right.
Mhm.
That's
That's
right.
crazy.
Season three, conspiracy theories.
Mm.
Yeah. So there we are. There's the
So,
transition.
which character? Who are we killing off?
Oh.
Ooh, okay. Are we gonna like Walking Dead this and have I don't know. We can't say this on Spotify without getting the E logo. Which character are we playing Minecraft and giving the poison apple to?
Oh.
Oh my God!
There,
Wow.
it's PG rated. Uh,
Drop the
I
P
think we
word
leave it
though.
up to we leave it like Walking Dead style, and we get a common enemy of ours to pick one of us.
Oh.
Yeah.
Or we just turn on them and we all collectively eliminate that person. We're all
Or
guilty.
maybe instead of eliminating someone from the podcast, we try to expand and maybe add some people
Everyone.
to the podcast. I got my dog sitting right there.
Get
Hey,
them. They can talk.
Nosh, I'm sure
Yep.
yours is right there. Andrew, where's the cat? We don't have a mascot
Banished.
here on the podcast. Do we need a mascot? All right, we're getting out of track here. We're getting out of line here. Season two is ending. Season three is starting. We're gonna actually talk about a little bit of American NFL football today. What on earth? It's the Super Bowl. We can't go without talking about it for a little bit. We're also gonna talk a little so rare here and there, throw it in for you guys. But our main focus of season three moving on is going to be more of a baseball focus, a collecting focus, just hanging out here on the pod. We're gonna have so many big things planned for you guys. Recurring segments, giveaways, OMG. Lots of content on our Instagram, on our YouTube if you haven't subscribed yet. There are so many big things that we have planned here for season three. But like I said, we need some room for growth here. And what better way to grow but then to expand into other topics, and especially topics that we're very familiar with. So that's what we're going to be doing. Every episode's going to have more of a structure here from now on, and it's going to be great. Um, yeah, and we're excited. We're excited over here at batting practice, and we're even talking. We're having meetings. We're having Zoom calls. We're having FaceTimes off the pod to talk about the pod. So yeah, we got good stuff. We got good stuff coming. I guess, like I said earlier, Don't be scared. Don't be sad. Nothing is going away from previous seasons necessarily, but instead it's going to take a different shape. And the more season three progresses, the more we'll figure it out. You guys will figure it out. And by the end of this year, we're going to be the number one. I don't know. We're setting goals here. The number one podcast run by cousins slash brothers on the internet.
Who
That's
is number
tough.
one? Who are we chasing?
Well, here
I
you
was
Find
gonna
that
you
out.
can't
say,
just be siblings or cousins. You have to have some of each, you know? I got to make
sure.
it a little niche. Give us like a little chance.
I'd love to know if we could even figure out what is the top podcast that is hosted by brothers and cousins, brothers that are also cousins.
ChatGPT.
Figure this out. I'm looking into this, boys.
All right.
All right, we'll
Andrew
get back
Andrew
to you on that
will
one.
be on that. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, let us know. Reach us out, like I said, on Instagram for sure. There'll be a lot more content on there. Definitely on the comments on YouTube as well if you haven't subscribed yet. That's going to be number one and number two, I think, moving forward. You can still catch us on the beautiful, good old cesspool of whatever you want to call it with the bird as a logo, but now it's letter as a logo. It's X, it's Twitter, it's whatever. We'll still be on there, but we want more of a media focus, and I feel like we can explore that route better on YouTube and Instagram. So yeah, we're content pilled. We're in the matrix here, and you have like the blue pill and the red pill, and we took the content pill, and we're ready. We're ready for season three. But I guess anything you guys have in mind that you want to mention here about season three before we move on to tackling something that we haven't necessarily tackled yet?
For me, I'm excited to talk more specifically about baseball. Obviously, if you've listened to our podcast, we can be a bit homerish at times with our beloved Milwaukee Brewers, but I'm excited to see our hard-hitting analysis coming to other teams. So if you're a team, we're actually brainstorming new segments for you every single week that will include both in-season and off-season coverage. So stay tuned. Gonna be some buy highs, sell lows. Which players are you liking? Which teams are you liking? So much good stuff. So, if you are an avid listener of us and you have an idea for a segment or something that you want to see us talk about in the world of baseball, let us know. We're always open to new ideas.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think being transparent, I'm also excited for to expand the horizons a little bit, but um, I think it's important to note that we're open. We're gonna come up with ideas. We're always gonna have new ideas and fun stuff to talk about. And we are gonna focus in on baseball, but we will be sprinkling in other ideas as well. Like you said, we'll talk a little football today. I don't think it's abnormal for other podcasts out there to sprinkle in stuff that is not their main focus. So if there's something that you want us to talk about that we don't talk about, let us know because we will talk about it. But yeah, we're excited. We're hoping to hopefully grow a little bit more, talk about a little bit more general of a topic. Um, so yeah, I'm excited.
Josh, you can tell people about us now. You can explain what
It's
our
true.
podcast is about
That
in
is
like a
true.
sentence instead of
That
like
is
a
true.
paragraph or a novel.
Yeah. Um, I'm gonna let's expose some of the listeners right now. How
All
about
right.
that?
Oh, we're doxing
All right.
people?
We're not really. We're not doxing people,
Okay. Well,
but
then expose what?
well, some of our family members are listeners of the podcast, and some of them have mentioned that they just like to listen and they think we're entertaining to listen to, but they have no idea what Sorare is or what it's about. So I think they'll be excited about the upcoming change or upcoming expansion, where hopefully they can relate a little bit more. and hopefully we can bring in some new listeners that relate better as well.
Okay. Okay. Well, let me riddle you this. You are hoping that all of our listeners will be our family members. You
Well,
want
we're all one big family.
all of our audience to be our family members, and then everyone else after that is an afterthought.
Well, Josh, I mean, everyone on Earth is part of our one big
I
family.
was gonna
We're all
say,
brothers and
Okay,
sisters,
okay,
well,
okay.
baby.
the
I
batting
see what you're saying.
practice family, the umbrella.
Okay.
It's the world. It
Hmm.
covers the world.
Hmm. I like
Maybe even
it.
the universe.
I like it.
Maybe it's infinitely expanding.
That's season 3. We are catering our
Pandering.
podcast to our parents. There you go.
Parendering.
Spoiled.
Parendering.
Parentering.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one.
If you think
But
about it,
yeah,
though, it's a good sample size, right? We're not tailoring the podcast to
are
just
we
our
Travising?
family member listeners, but we're catering it more to the general public.
Yeah,
There we go. So if
exactly.
you have a friend
And
that doesn't care about So Rare and likes baseball, tell them about our podcast. They might actually listen now.
yeah, and
Absolutely.
then tell them about So Rare, and then you get
Then you lost
everything.
them.
No, 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 because then you get them to join into So Rare if you already want So Rare and they like baseball. You can be like, hey, these guys are cool and they know baseball, but then you can also use their link to sign up. We got plenty of good things planned. We're going to get into football right now. And of course, we're going to have some pre-recorded stuff too that we're going to throw in here because we're not getting rid of So Rare. So Rare is how we started, and it's how we're going to continue to grow. And this episode wouldn't be possible without it. So make sure to, if you don't have an account yet, use our link in the description below, getting you $50 in market credit to use towards building the MLB or NBA. Of course, you can build a soccer team as well of your dreams, whatever you want to do. But yeah, again, most of you listening to this right now have probably already had a SoRare account. You don't need our account or you don't need our link or anything. But the idea is to grow outside of So Rare to in order to help facilitate the means of people getting to know what it is through other topics that aren't so rare. Make sense? Was that too much of a lecture there? Did any of that come through on your guys' end? Good. All right. Well, if you guys were paying attention this weekend, there were a couple of American football games going on, and we don't need to talk about the first one. No, we'll talk about the first one. We'll focus on the second one. Commanders get blown out. What was up with that? I don't know. Chiefs getting as many possible calls as they can get from the refs. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe we're complaining too much. So rare in the NFL?
Wait, what?
What?
You went for the refs to So Rare?
Yeah. Yeah. No, we're talking, I guess the main topic that I want to get into isn't just football. There's a million football podcasts out there. It's more along the lines of, do we like where the NFL is in terms of, I guess, how it's betting is? Do we like how the playoffs are structured? And do you think you guys would benefit from something more of like a build your own team, like a Rainmakers, for example, or a So Rare, where you can build your own fantasy team? Or do you prefer putting down like parlays and such and betting on individual stats and stuff like that? I don't know. But I guess something to start off this conversation would be in terms of the football world is that let's not talk about football. Let's talk about baseball. Let's talk about the NBA.
Okay, you lost me.
Um,
I don't know
no,
where
no,
this
no,
is
no, no, no,
going.
don't, no, 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 don't worry, don't worry. There, we've seen teams get like, I guess where am I going with this now? We've seen teams get preferential treatments. Is that fair? Is that fair to say in both sports?
I think No. Well, no, I don't think
Okay.
so.
Okay. Maybe not in baseball. In the NBA, you might get a little bit more.
I think
Um,
it's more player based in the
mhm,
NBA.
mhm. But I don't know. I personally have watched a lot of football this year, and I guess I don't know. I don't know. Help me out here. What do you think? What do you did you like how these I'm lost my concentration here. Season
I
3 has
get
flooded my
I get what
mind.
you're saying. I get
Yeah.
what you're saying. I think there's a few things that factor into how every non-Chiefs fan feels watching the Chiefs games. Um, I think part of it is a narrative, and I think you're looking for it, so you're going to see more things than you would watching another team, just because there is that narrative built around the Chiefs. I think part of it is that it's the timing of the calls. It feels that every big play or important play has a call go in their favor. And I think it's also on top of that, every 50-50 situation seems to go in favor of them. Um, I I feel like I've come to terms with the fact that they're just a really good football team and they know how to win games. And I don't think anyone can deny that. Patrick Mahomes is on pace to be the best quarterback of all time. Uh, and there's nothing you like. That's just the fact of the matter. Now, those two things can be true, and they get all the calls on top of that can also be true. So I'm a Chiefs hater as much as the next person, but I also acknowledge what they're doing is pretty amazing. Same how I feel the exact same way about the Chiefs as I did with Tom Brady on the Patriots. It is almost an
Mm.
identical feeling. I don't know if that's true for everybody, but for me, that's exactly how it feels.
But I don't think the Chiefs have done nothing to deserve the hate other than being good. With the Patriots, you could point to several examples: the deflated footballs, the spying on other teams, the I don't know. There's so many. I'm probably forgetting one. Those are the. I mean, the fact that there are two scandals, they survived all of it. They had, like, got a slap on the wrist. That to me, I think the Patriots are still worse, even though in the grand scheme of things. But I don't know. The Chiefs did get some calls that went their way, but they play close football games so that we just notice them more. They matter more. But in this game, though, I don't think it came down to that one call, I don't think any one call by the refs decided that football game. That game was won and lost by the performance of the Bills and the Chiefs. And to me, that's the success. If a game is decided by the refs, that's a failure, no matter what sport you're watching. If the two teams that play, if the better team won, that's it. Can't be upset.
Very true. Now,
Yeah,
I guess from my point of view, I agree with you, Nash. It's annoying to see the same team win over and over and over, no matter what sport it is, unless it's your team.
agreed.
There
Josh loves
was,
Bayern.
yeah, exactly. There's
They went last
famously
year.
the 1970s Montreal Canadiens, the Montreal Canadiens in hockey. We're now talking about NHL and NFL here on the Batting Practice Podcast. But the 1970 something Montreal Canadiens won an insane amount of Stanley Cups. And there was a quote from the goalie who said it was almost boring to win. It was refreshing to lose. And it'll be very refreshing to see a new team win the Super Bowl. And you say new, the Eagles are in it too, man. That kind of sucks too, right? They just won one a few years ago as well.
Well, it's rematch from 3 years ago. The
Yeah.
two of the last three Super Bowls have been Eagles Chiefs,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and
Real
the
quick
Chiefs won the
plug,
first one.
Jacob.
Plug
Going
me.
back, if you any readers out there, The Game, which is a book by Ken Dryden, who was the
Yep, that's the
Canadians
one I
goalie,
read. I read it.
incredible book,
It's
really
the one I
great book.
read.
So if you like hockey, even if you don't like hockey, it's a good story. And he's a good writer, considering he was a hockey goalie. So it's a good book to read.
So what was the perception of the public regarding them? Were they hated too? It sounds like he has some self-loathing, at least like he didn't want to win anymore. But what about, did they talk about public, like when they went over to like away stadiums? Did people get really vociferous with them? Like, like what did y'all talk about?
I don't think it was quite to the extent of modern day teams, but I
Hmm.
do, if I'm remembering correctly, in the book he talked about towards the end of the run that all the opposing fans were tired, more so tired of them winning than like hating them for winning, if that makes sense.
Mhm. More of like a fatigue than a hatred.
Right.
Do you think if
Which,
you're
go
on a
ahead.
team like that, it almost feels like you're covering up a crime. And you kind of like, if you think if you know you're guilty, you're on the run, and you're kind of waiting for the judgment. You don't know when it's going to come. I'm sure there is some relief at some point where it's like, okay, the outcome's been decided. You wonder if like if you're on a winning team like that, going through those dynasty years, that there's this pressure that's just put on you, that some of it is self-induced, some of it is media created, society created, but there is that pressure. And I wonder, after it's done, there probably is almost like relief from like losing is comfort.
Hmm.
Definitely.
Yeah. I'm sure Mahomes would disagree with you. I'm sure most current players like Otani would disagree with you. I'm thinking about Dodgers players, but we haven't seen in sports a team be as dominant as those Canadians. Um, and
How
like
many
we
did
will
they win?
see, so they won, let's see here. They won 71, 73, 76, 7, 8, 9. So half of the Stanley Cups in the 1970s they won. And there has been no decade in maybe besides like 50s, 40s, 30s baseball where we've seen something like that. It's never happened in football. Patriots. Patriots
Yeah.
maybe once.
Patriots might be close.
Yeah.
90s Bulls might be close.
Hmm.
Not
Mhm.
five, certainly,
Yeah.
but
Yeah. Um, so I guess in our lifetime is what I was getting at. But maybe the Patriots is the best comparison there, but the Chiefs are approaching that. And all right, let me before we get into our next little topic here, let me ask you this question. Do you think or let's go with an open-ended question. How many more Super Bowls is it going to take for Mahomes to be better than Brady, to be considered better than Brady? Or does he need to go all the way till the end of his career and break some more records before he even comes into conversation?
If,
Because I want him to.
excuse me.
Personally, I'm like, I'll expose myself here. Whoa. Uh, I'm a Tom Brady hater.
no.
No way. So I think it would be hilarious to see his reign end so quickly for the top man and have Mahomes pass him up. I think that would be hilarious. I don't think he'd be able to handle it, and he would come back out of retirement and start trying to win another Super Bowl if people started putting Mahomes in that talk. I don't know. Maybe that's a crazy
That'd be
take.
crazy.
Let us know in the comment section below.
If so, there is a lot of people like to compare direct stats, and they like to compare so and so at this point in his career compared to so and so at this point in his career. But there's people a lot smarter than probably all of us. Actually, not really, but they do. They they basically take the stats of both players and they input it into a formula, and it spits out numbers that are comparative to each other. And currently, if Mahomes stays on his pace, he will have better stats than Brady in every single category, every single
Crazy.
statistic. Uh, it's complete completion percentage, yards, interceptions, not interceptions, TDs. Obviously rushing stuff. Mahomes runs a little bit more than Brady did.
A lot
Um,
more.
but I think I don't know. I don't know if he needs to win any more championships. I think if he just keeps playing how he plays, he'll be considered better than Brady by the end of his career.
Go to the
Without winning a
Buccaneers.
single more ring.
But what does he have now? Three?
Ask me again
I
2 weeks from now.
He might have
think he just
four.
does he. Oh no, yeah, he does. He have three. Would this be his fourth? It'll be his third consecutive.
Hmm.
It's isn't this is their fourth consecutive Super Bowl appearance, and
No,
they've
no, no,
won
no. Or oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Appearance. Yes, yes, yes.
Yes.
and they
They,
won two out of this was going for number three in a row.
yes. Yeah. Yeah. But I don't
Yeah,
know.
I don't
That's
know.
that's a me thing. Let us, like I said, let us know. I think
I,
I think he can do it, but he needs to stay healthy. Football's a tough sport when it comes to that. Not as easy to have a long career as you do in baseball. But we'll see. It depends,
so
Nash.
what about this? I'll be a Brady advocate right now. I'm indifferent to him. But let me say this. I, as a neutral, objective fan, am impressed he could do it with two different teams. I think that is very, very impressive. Right now, again, Andy Reid is the best coach. I'm not saying that Mahomes is a system quarterback or not, but at least, he's definitely benefiting from the players around him, just like Brady did on the Patriots. But I do think it's very, very impressive. I will admit it, he went into a very good situation in Tampa, but he led the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to a Super Bowl. Like, that's pretty dang impressive. So I don't know. Until I think for me, Mahomes has to win three in a row would definitely be up there for me. If he ties them, I think the three in a row is better than getting leading two teams. And who knows? Maybe he'll join the Dolphins in 10 years and he'll do it.
Yeah. There you
You never
go.
know. Yeah, you
There
never
you
know.
go.
It'll
We will see.
be yeah, it'll be close. He's definitely on pace to be the same, if not better. So, like you said, injuries occur, stuff happens, but
Mm,
he's on pace to be better than him right now.
yeah. Well, since we're talking about football here, let's get a little bit more into the fantasy side. And I guess Nash, you won this year. Andrew, did you come in a second place this year?
I did.
Or yeah, look at that. When did you get that? Look at that. Show that off to the camera. Give
Boom.
Look at
give us a
that.
little brag. Oh yeah.
Coronas extras.
Get a look at that udder
Boom.
right there.
Wow, that might be one of the greatest trophies I've seen in trophy history.
It's a
Actually, you're
freaking
right.
sick trophy.
Yeah.
It is a sick trophy.
How
I
big
will
is it? Wait,
say
show it in relation to your hand. Okay, that's a stand.
it's
That's
like
a
a
sizable.
forearm. It's like a
Yeah, that's a
forearm.
good trophy.
I think you have
Yeah,
one of the best trophies that exists out there.
I think so.
Thank you.
I
I
think
picked it out.
leagues, I tell you what, it is there's something to be said about leagues that pass around a trophy.
Mhm.
Like there's like you get it for the year and that feels good, but having a trophy that is made personally for you each year is pretty awesome because then you get to keep it and it has your name on it. So I do like that a lot.
Does. It's yours.
It
Oh
is.
No
yeah.
one can take that away.
So we each play our own, I guess you could call it quote unquote normal version of fantasy football. Very similar to So Rare NBA or So Rare MLB. You get points for stats. You get points for touchdowns, you get points for yards, you get
Catches.
points maybe for catches if you're playing in that sort of league. Very simple, and so forth. And then there's also like head-to-head categories too, where you'll be competing against other people and trying to score instead of collecting points for those, you'll try and score more touchdowns than them or something like that. There's a couple different ways to play fantasy football. And then there is like the sports betting side too, which I was hinting at, where you can put money on if you want someone to get a certain amount of yards or who's going to win or both of them. You think Saquon's going to score two touchdowns, 120 yards, and the Eagles are going to win the game? Send it, because he did. But I guess the question is, and I'm curious to hear what you guys think. Do you think the NFL is too much involved in sports betting? I feel like number one thing when I hear NFL is like DraftKings or unfortunately RIP Rainmakers, which was DraftKings affiliated, or ESPN Bet or Yahoo always has the ads posted. Everyone has it. And it exists for basketball, it exists for baseball, but football really has that corner of the market. Do you
Soccer.
guys think, yeah, do you guys think that it's become too big? Or do we miss a Rainmakers? Do we want a so rare version where you can own your own cards and build your own NFL team with the potential of other people also owning the same players that you do and building their own teams respectively like that? Could the NFL benefit something like that, or is it already saturated? What do you guys think?
I think I think DFS is too similar to what that would look like that it's not different enough to warrant it becoming a thing. Um,
In terms of so rare NFL.
Correct. And I understand the difference. Obviously, you don't own the cards in daily fantasy. That's what DFS is. But you're paying to make a lineup in a competition, which in turn is kind of similar to paying to own a card to submit that card into a competition. Um, there's already so many people that do that. There's so many people that do normal fantasy. There's a heck of a lot of people that bet on the NFL. Trust me, there's a lot. You're looking at one of them. Don't bet on the NFL. It's really hard, um, for me at least.
Well,
But
you got a job now,
For
so
you.
it's fine.
yeah, yeah, for me, I just expose myself. I'm the fade god for NFL. Um, but I think I don't I would say there's not room for a so rare type of game in the NFL.
Okay.
Think about it. There is sports betting, like we discussed, daily fantasy. You have people buying physical NFL cards. You have people spending money on Madden, Madden Mobile. The NFL is gigantic. They're competing for every single dollar you have. And if there's a chance that there's an extra dollar, your bottom dollar in your pocket, Roger Goodell is going to say, "That's mine."
Hmm.
And you better bet if they thought it was feasible, they would
Right.
definitely do it. I will say though, the for me, I enjoy playing fantasy with friends more. I think I'm realizing though that I prefer games where I know the players I'm playing against. I enjoy those games the most of any sort of game. Unless, of course, like I also do enjoy winning bets, and unlike Josh, I cashed a lot of bets yesterday. Let's go.
Okay,
So
so you
I
can
do
do
enjoy
that.
winning bets, but from a daily fantasy slash regular classic fantasy, I think I enjoy that most playing with people I know than playing with complete strangers.
Yeah. So do you think
Oh,
that would
good.
inhibit you? Oh, he's cashed. He's cashed. Would that inhibit you from, let's say, So Rare or another company developed it doesn't even have to be NFT based, a game where you're creating your own lineup with players that other people also have, and the better players cost more. Simple as that.
Mhm.
You think that you would enjoy that less than just what's going on right now, like playing in a league with me and Nosh and friends from college and family members and stuff like that. You'd rather just keep doing what we're doing?
I think if everyone had the same budget and could make, there, of course, there's chances that everyone could make the same lineup pulling from the same player pool. But for me, it's more so knowing how I did in relation to my friends than it is about, like, that is part of the victory I could, if I beat everyone else, even if I didn't actually cash in the competition, I would still get a lot of enjoyment out of that. Uh, but yeah, I would play a game like that. But for me, even if it is, the format aside, it's more so knowing how I do in relation to people I care about. That for me is equally important as just winning money, honestly.
True.
Yeah, I this year I was in three different normal, I guess you'd call it fantasy football leagues. Um, I also dabbled in making parlays. Sports gambling is not legal in Wisconsin. And no, I don't bet illegally. I use Prize Picks and other apps that are allowed
VPNs.
in Wisconsin. Um, but between three leagues and adding players into lineups for DFS and all that, it's one, a lot to follow. And two, I find
Yes.
myself rooting for a player in one thing and then rooting against him in another. So if you add on another type of fantasy style game into the NFL, for me personally, it gets to be too much. And you end up rooting for the complete opposite thing for too many different types of fantasy that it becomes not as enjoyable. I don't know if that's I guess that most people that have a fantasy football team have more than one fantasy football team. And I'm guessing those people that are take fantasy relatively seriously also potentially dabble in betting. So
Hmm.
I don't think my experience is in the minority.
Have you ever gotten fantasy fatigue? Like,
Yes.
for example, I, in peak baseball season, let's say end of September, I'm setting, if I'm in a regular fantasy baseball league with my friends, I'm setting that lineup. I'm setting multiple so rare lineups per week on the baseball side. I'm setting one or two so rare football, soccer lineups. We've talked about the NFL. I feel the need to call it that. We I'm setting those too. The American football season has started, and I was in four leagues this year. Four
It's a lot.
NFL fantasy football leagues this year. So I was setting lineup after lineup after lineup after lineup, and I experienced fantasy fatigue. And I think that could also affect me too if there was another sport like so rare NFL, in that it would exhaust me even more. Granted, it's only once per week, but you have to keep an eye on injuries a lot more because NFL has the most injuries of any sport. Um,
Soccer is a lot, but yeah, not that
yeah,
much. Not as
yeah,
much as football though.
yeah. But I've definitely gotten fantasy fatigue before. Nash, you said yeah too right away.
Yeah, I definitely have. I think being in three fantasy football leagues alone, I don't think there was a single week this week where I wasn't playing against a player I had on my team. So it was pretty rare to go 3-0 in the three different leagues because of that fact. So I definitely fatigued out in that sense. I think Andrew doesn't get fantasy fatigue.
I don't know. Yeah, Andrew, you're probably from a so rare perspective at least setting the most lineups of us all.
Yeah, I've been like early on in the season, especially I'm excited at the prospect of a daily baseball competition, but there's just so many lineups to set, man. There's so many lineups to set. And again, you don't have to play every scarcity. You don't have to set multiple lineups. No one's making you do that. So I'm
True.
telling myself all of this stuff. I could just set one basketball lineup per week. You don't even have to enter every game week. You don't have to do that. But the goal of So Rare is to try to play as many as possible. And that, I don't know, it leads to like, especially with basketball, because it's so just it's just you're optimizing for the max amount of points for either 120 or whatever, 120 plus the MVP. And that is it's just a math problem at the end of the day. I will look at matchups, I will do some, but it's not advanced at all. It's just clicking buttons, man. And month 1 of clicking those buttons is very fun. Month 4 of clicking those buttons, not as much fun. But the crazy thing is, you can win the same prize that you did that first month that you can do in the fourth month. So I don't know. There should be nothing that changes from an incentives perspective. But yeah, it's hard to do it over the course of an entire season.
Yeah, I
That
agree.
sounds like
Um,
fatigue to me.
like you said,
We're not even halfway through the basketball
I
season.
know.
I heard that. I was like, we're not even halfway. What?
It's
I
insane.
I think we're just over half now.
I
We're
think we're
just
just
past 41 games. Yeah.
thankfully.
I set 7 pro so rare lineups and 2 daily lineups. I set 9 fantasy basketball lineups today. Granted, that'll last until Thursday because that's how the so rare game weeks last. But yeah, even that was like, man, that's a lot. And that's so having to do that for football and baseball and all of the above. Yeah, fantasy fatigue is real. Let us know in the comment section below. But I guess to round things all off here, from a fantasy perspective, if one were to disappear tomorrow,
Hmm.
would you miss it so much that you would try and bring it back if you could? If So Rare were to disappear, if a daily fantasy game building your own players that cost more if they're better were to disappear, would you be okay with your friends and family leagues of baseball and NFL and NBA and soccer? Obviously not NFL from a solar perspective, but or if those were to disappear, would you be okay just playing a daily game or just making those sports bets? Or do we like how both of the two are coinciding right now?
I think
So
I'd be
it's
okay if it went away. I think I would.
one,
I'm at
either
peace with
one.
that. Yeah, I could just
Yeah,
watch the games.
yeah.
I just watch the games. The game is a game. I don't need to play games around a game.
It is a weird concept when you think about it. Yeah. I mean, there is the money incentive.
Money,
Um, but we do like to spruce up entertainment by giving more entertainment, which feels a little funny. Like if you look at the base of sports, it's purely entertainment. Um,
Yeah.
and I guess why not make it more entertaining if you don't find it entertaining enough? But we do play a game for a game to give us more entertainment for our entertainment. So it does sound a little funny when you speak it out like that, but I kind of like how it coexists right now. I'm happy with where we're at. I would be a little sad if one was gone tomorrow, but I also don't think we need to add anything else at this point.
I mean, yeah, it's an entertainment business. You go, what other entertainment form of entertainment can you go to and just eat peanuts and throw the shells on the ground? And then like everyone's like, yeah, this is sick. And then you leave with the shells on the ground. That's
It's
kind of
true.
sick.
Yeah.
that
Maybe
is
don't
pretty
try
cool.
that at a NFL game.
The rodeo, the
Or
rodeo.
sorry, NFL maybe yeah. An NBA game. Don't try that at an NBA game.
No,
No.
Baseball
probably
game
not.
absolutely.
Yeah.
They'll sweep up your shells.
Also, don't recommend it at a circus. The elephants might want those peanuts.
Uh,
Okay, elephant, those little circus peanut candy things, trash.
terrible.
Trash. If that's what you're talking about.
No, I'm talking about like
Like
literal
Real
I
peanuts.
elephants.
know, I know, I know, but it made me think of those and I was like, ooh, that's not a good. I don't want that in my brain right now. But boys, it's season 2.5, season 3, season 2, whatever you want to call it. I did not make it to the past 2 recordings. I had to do my own solo segment. I had to skip an episode. I haven't gotten to do the pickle or the podal in 3 weeks.
Oh,
I know. I miss it. And I want to put my test to the skills because I feel like every player that you guys had, I was like, I could have got that.
Brady Singer?
I have his
Yeah,
so rare
Singer
card.
was tough. Singer was tough. Who was the basketball player?
Marcus Sasser, rookie for
Yeah,
the
we did nail.
Sasser, sorry,
I
for the
feel like we
Nashi,
nailed.
Pistons.
Nashi, you nailed it.
We
You nailed
nailed
it, Nashi.
Sasser. Yeah.
You did. You
We'll
did.
start with the pickle.
All right, Jacob, your
Who?
honor.
He's sitting right next to me. Jackson Churio.
There we go.
Lefty, righty.
Ooh,
Oh,
lefty
it's gonna be a
righty
pitcher. Watch.
from the NL East, West, or AL Central.
Is Aaron Nola bat lefty or bat righty?
I
Who
couldn't tell
knows?
you, but say him. I've
Let's
Sure.
do
no.
it.
He's probably a righty. There he is.
He is a
There he
Righty,
is.
righty. All right, well, let's
It's-
send it. We can at least get the NL East out. It is
Okay.
the NL
Okay.
East.
And it's not a
Not a
pitch.
little
If
bit
it's a
older.
reliever, we're screwed.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, from the USA. Never mind. I was like, he could be it wouldn't be a switch hitter because the color would be orange. But okay.
Okay.
NL
NL
East not
East.
on Philly. Lefty, righty. So how about
Someone on the
Marlins?
Mets.
Oh, dude, it's everyone's favorite baseball player, Jesse Winker.
Oh
Yep.
no. He's a
Wait, no, but he's
He's
31.
lefty.
lefty. That's right.
Yes.
I
Let's
forgot.
go.
I forgot he
Huge.
throws. It's Jeff McNeil,
Yep.
Oh, another Brewers
everybody's
hater.
other favorite baseball player.
Oh, it is Jeff McNeil. Oh
Wow.
no.
Boom.
Oh
There we go.
no.
That's
Wait,
basically
can you
Jesse
quick
Winker.
Google Reese Hoskins crying meme?
I think I
Here,
can.
nah, pull up the total. Good guess. That's three?
There we go. He's crying. Boom.
There he is.
There he is.
First game of the season. Wow, bang. All right. Good start. Good start. All right, Your Honor.
Total. Let's go with, you know what?
Total?
So, that would be funny. Someone who has been out since forever and is
Do they have?
A Bucks legend because he won the championship with the Bucks. Pat Connaughton. He's
Oh.
back.
Okay.
Oof.
Ooh, older, taller, probably a
Oh, no, he's younger. He's younger.
older-ish
But
though.
old.
He's not like
Yeah.
20, is what I'm
True,
saying.
true.
All right. Western Conference. Kind of a guard, younger than 32. Is it Kevin Durant? No, he's younger. Sorry, he's younger than 32. Is it
What about Booker? Devin Booker.
I was
Devin
gonna say
Booker? That was a
Mm.
good guess. Number
that was a
one.
good guess.
Number one. You got the
Oh.
number right.
Weird.
Interesting.
Okay, I hate basketball divisions. What
I
the
think
heck?
I've kind of got the bet. I've kind of been
Is it
Who else is in the
Clippers?
Pacific?
I mean, it's got to be Lakers, Clippers.
Ooh, Lakers. Is it? Isn't
Anthony Davis?
could
he
be.
is taller than 6'6", yeah.
Yeah, Anthony Davis.
He's I feel like he's number yeah, I
Oh,
was gonna say
wow.
number three. Yeah.
Not the
Um,
Lakers. Not a
okay.
center.
Okay.
6'9", 31.
Exactly
Number
31.
1. Who else is in the Pacific? Give me some
Clippers.
teams.
Kawhi, Paul George.
The Clippers don't. Paul George is a good shout. I think
Ooh.
isn't he 00 though? Or 13?
He also, I think, is
He's
older than
13.
Yeah, that's true.
32.
He's PG-13.
PG.
I think he's
13.
also very old.
Trying to think of
Jeez.
my so rare. Like, is it a center?
No, it's not a center.
It's not a center. Is it uh uh Charlotte Hornets brother? Sorry, Charlotte Hornets legend brother Trey Mann.
Ooh.
Trey Mann's brother, whose name is
Terrence Mann.
Terrence Mann. Yeah.
I like it. What? Okay, no Clippers. Okay, this is where the divisions are so
We're
bad.
struggling.
Well, we just
Who
gotta
else
get
is
we just
in
gotta
the
get the
Pacific?
team.
Who else
Need
is
to
in
get
the
the team.
Pacific West?
So Well, I mean, are the
Trailblazers?
Trailblazers? Yeah, Trailblazers.
Could it be? Oh man, I have a lot of Trailblazers. Oh, is it? No, he's a
Looking.
center, I think. Mo Bamba is a center, right?
Uh, it could be
Denny.
Bamba.
Oh
Oh
no,
yeah,
Denny's a forward.
those. Oh, he's on the Clippers as well.
What about Denny? Avdija.
Denny
Avdija.
Avdia?
Yeah, Avdia. Yeah, Avdija.
Avdija. It's not the
He's not on
Trailblazers. They're
Portland.
in the
Oh, they're in the Northwest.
Northwest.
That's such a. This is why they don't. The
So
divisions
it's
don't make
got.
sense.
Is it?
Guys, okay, it's the Clippers, Lakers, Warriors, Suns, Kings.
Oh, it's someone on the Kings. Is it Sabonis?
It's Sabonis?
It's not the Kings.
He's a
All right, wait,
center.
wait. We need the silhouette. We need the
It's the
silhouette.
Warriors or the.
Oh, dude, that's
Who could that possibly be? He's on the Warriors,
Is
right?
it someone on the Warriors? Oh, it's Kyle Anderson.
Kyle Anderson's on the
No.
Warriors.
He is?
It could also be the Suns. We've not guessed the Suns either.
Yes, we
Yeah,
have.
we
Devin
have. We got
Booker.
Devin Booker.
Oh yeah.
I
Duh.
think it's Kyle Anderson.
You think so?
I don't know.
He Googled it because honestly,
No, I didn't. I'm looking
I'm
at my
not-
Sorare gallery.
Oh, you do?
Oh yeah.
Send it. Send it. Is he
I don't know
number
if he's the
one?
right age though.
Does he have the number one on his jersey?
He is. He is number one.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Oh my, Kyle Anderson.
I am going to be honest with you. I never would have gotten that. I
No.
would have put him at like 28 years old.
Yeah, I thought he was like
The
26.
fact that he's the
That's
fact
a
that Kyle
terrible
Anderson
photo.
is now 31 years old.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
12's legend, Kyle Anderson.
Kind of looks like he looks like an actor. Like I wouldn't guess his profession is basketball. Although he is 6'9", so maybe that, but
That
he
is
looks like
true.
he'd be like on some like true crime show as like a detective.
Yeah, okay. He's had an illustrious career. I mean, illustrious.
He's
I
made a
remember
lot
him
of
on
money.
the Timberwolves.
Twelves.
I only remember him on the Timberwolves. I'm trying
Me
to picture
too.
him back in the Spurs days, but
He was on the Spurs. I mean, yeah, I mean he's 31. He's probably been
started
with
off his
every.
career on the Spurs.
Wow, he
Good
was the
old
OG
Pop.
Wemby.
There you
Does
go.
he have a ring then? From his did he win with the
No,
Spurs?
no. Let's see. Is there like a NFL version of
Basketball reference.
No, of the pickle?
Probably.
Oh.
I'm sure there is.
All right, do we trust this site
I'll
to
let
show
you,
it
I'll
on
let you
screen?
test it out first.
Yeah, it looks good to me. I think we got to end the episode. This is going to be horrible. We're going to end the episode with guess the NFL player. And there are so many linemen and linebackers that it could be. Hey, maybe we'll go for it. Good luck, Nash. And then we'll end this episode. Oh, I should say, even though we're branching out for more topics, keep an eye for a nice little Sorare MLB giveaway on our Instagram. We've never done an Instagram giveaway before. And with the MLB season, pitchers and catchers report in 17 days.
Yep.
Is it less than
Coming
that
up.
even now? It might even be less
Coming
than
up.
that.
Very
So
soon.
get excited. Follow us on Instagram again if you haven't yet. Who do we start off with here? I think you got to go with. Is it too mean to start off with Josh Allen?
Yeah.
It is too mean.
No.
Oh wow.
We could do all Allens.
Oh wow.
There is the Josh Allen that plays for the Jaguars
I
too.
would say the defensive one or the offensive.
Let's do the offensive one.
It's a QB.
No,
Wait,
Is it-
or
that's
no.
yellow.
Wait, is it Taysom Hill then?
Number
No, but he's not
17.
27. He's younger.
27.
Why was Taysom Hill the first one that came to your mind?
Because he's not a
Because
QB. It's not a
Yeah,
QB,
what
but
does
it's
this color
yellow.
mean?
I don't know.
Are you sure? It's
Maybe
gotta
it's
be a
offense.
QB.
Maybe it's an offensive player. I bet you
Oh,
it's an
I could see
offensive
that.
player. Guess Josh Jacobs. Uh, yeah.
Yeah, that's a good
Younger
shout.
than 27?
Yeah, he's 26. Although
Think
be
we,
probably
oh, it's
okay. NFC.
Okay.
NFC.
Well, obviously it's the NFC.
So wide receiver. How about Roma
Okay.
Dunze?
What's age? Younger? Yeah. No, no,
Roma
no.
Yeah.
Dunze.
NFC North. NFC North. Can't be the North.
Oh
Oh yeah,
yeah.
can't be the North. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Good call. Good shout.
Um,
So,
CD
he,
Lamb.
okay.
oh,
Wide
wide
receiver.
receiver. Yeah, okay.
Okay.
So he's
Okay.
really.
Six
Oh, he's like a
one.
Even
rookie.
younger.
So someone in the
Rookie
South.
wide receiver in the
Ridley?
NFC South. Ridley's not younger than 25.
No.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, maybe Kyle Pitts. Is he still
Pitts?
young? No, but he's been
He's
around.
not a
He's
wide
been around for a
receiver. He's a
while.
tight end.
That's true.
Oh, it's Drake London.
There we
Oh,
go.
yeah,
Wait,
yeah, 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 yeah,
wait, what's
yeah.
his
No,
between
he's
close
that
to
would be the.
17?
Oh yeah, yeah.
No, Drake London's five,
Just guess it.
number
Just guess it.
five. No, who was the other Atlanta? Oh, I'm thinking of
Just
Um,
send it. We
the
can see
other
if it's the
Atlanta
South.
receiver, Mooney.
it is the NFC South.
Oh my God, it's gonna be Xavier Leggett. No, he's
Oh,
shorter than 6'4".
Oh
He's shorter than send it, send it.
yeah, I like Leggett. He's young.
Leg.
Just start with Xavier. Yeah.
Oh, he doesn't play for the Panthers. Ah, man. Okay.
bummer.
Saints. It's hmm.
Oh, who's the guy that got it's Bub Means.
Oh,
He's not in the game. Okay. Who is the
what?
guy that got hurt? Oh, Shaheed. Rashid
Mm.
Shaheed. Ah,
Oh,
Okay, wait.
dude,
So
that
that
was the
means he's on the
perfect.
he's on
it's
the Bucks then.
it's
The Bucks. Rookie young receiver on the Buccaneers.
I know Bucky Irving, but he is not a wide receiver.
he
Wait, there's
is.
who are we
There's
missing in
Mike
the NFC
Evans.
Yeah,
South?
the Buccaneers.
No,
Yeah.
He's
but
on
there's
Tampa.
oh
No, we got them
um
all.
There's Mike Evans. There's
it's definitely not Mike Evans.
Jalen
Jalen
McMillan.
McMillan.
And
Jalen McMillan.
that's the only two I
Yeah.
can think of.
Yep.
Hey, let's go. I didn't think we were gonna get it.
All right. Not bad. 7 guesses for the whole NFL.
Hey,
We'll get better.
Jalen McMillan played
All
his
right.
college football at Washington. Love that. Love that. All right. Well, there you have it. The Batting Practice Podcast Season 2.5 transitioning to Season 3. What on earth just came out of my mouth? That's what
Season 4.
Season 4. 1 year from
Oh,
now, Season 4.
skip.
Maybe Season 3 will be so good we won't need more seasons.
Oh, that never-ending season.
Mhm.
Well, there you have it. Thanks for listening to the podcast. Thanks for your support. As always, don't forget to check out the socials, leave a rating wherever you are listening. And until next week, season 3, episode 1. We're excited. We hope you are excited as well. But until then, you just attended batting practice. Now you're ready to get in the game. Peace.
Peace.
Peace.